Okay, so Wendy Williams just made it clear that she is not a fan of Diddy and his shenanigans because she has some pretty strong words for Diddy, and it looks like she is determined to take Diddy out once and for all. Wendy has been in retirement for a while now, so y'all best believe that she came out of retirement to Red Diddy fulfilled, and homegirl did not stutter once because she came with all the smoke for Diddy, and she did not hold anything back. So what exactly did Wendy say about Diddy, and did she just confirm the rumors about Diddy trying to take her out? Let's break this down. People have been dying for Wendy Williams to make a comeback and dish out all the messy details on Diddy, especially with all these lawsuits and everyone finally putting him on blast for his sketchy behavior. Well, guess what? She's back, and oh boy did she deliver the drama. She granted all our wishes and she served up all the tea in the classic Wendy Williams fashion. But before we get into all that drama, can we talk about why Diddy has beef with Wendy of all people? I mean, I know that Wendy was super controversial in her heyday and a lot of celebrities didn't really like her that much, but when it comes to Diddy, he seemed to dislike her more than others. CB, in fact, he straight up seemed to hate her. So what was that about? Well, here is something that a lot of people don't know about Diddy and Wendy. They weren't always ops. In fact, they used to be on pretty good terms back in the day, back in December 1991 way. Before Diddy even dreamed of starting up Bad Boy Records, he and rapper Heavy D organized a charity basketball game at the City College of New York. The goal was to raise money for AIDS foundations and do some good, but things took a tragic turn when the event was oversold, leading to a chaotic stampede that left 9 people dead and 29 injured. Diddy caught major heat for the disaster, especially when it came out that the funds supposedly raised for those charities never actually made it to them. To make matters worse, some of the organizations claimed they didn't even know he was fundraising in their name. The media went in hard on Diddy, dragging him left and right, but Wendy Williams, she was one of the few who stood by him. She chalked it up to a misunderstanding and URG fans to give him the benefit of the doubt, saying he deserved a chance to make things right. However, things soured when Diddy's job got in between them. Word on the street is that Wendy Williams allegedly came across a photo of Diddy in a, let's just say, compromising situation. The story goes that during a group trip to Cancun, someone caught a moment where a man was pulling Diddy's pants down.
Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power.
Speaking of that, right, I'm happy you brought that up. Kirk Burrows, I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy, and she was saying on air that she was going to reveal the picture. If you don't mind, because he told me the story, but he didn't go into detail. He never told me about what was in the picture. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view, and what was in the picture, because for some reason, he never went into detail about that.
We were in Cancun, and we were on our way to the island of women. You know what I'm saying? And this is all it was, bro. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk and pulled them down, some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was gay, something like that. And she was going to put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from Hot 97 because of it.
As if the alleged photo drama wasn't messy enough, there's also talk that Diddy went even lower. Rumor has it he tried to get Wendy jumped by the members of his girl group Total.
I remember I got off the air one day and them the Total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. Skell hiding like a girl. Thanks, Skell. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through now. I'm not like, what, let's fight. Because I'm not one of those.
Wendy Williams spoke about this in an interview a couple of years before she retired from TV, and she was really salty about it.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And
it goes without saying that their relationship never remained the same, which isn't surprising because y'all know that Wendy doesn't play around when it comes to stuff like that or people playing in her face. Just ask her ex-husband Kevin Hunter and his boo thing Sharina, and how Wendy played them big time. Okay, so back to Diddy and how he tried to get Wendy jumped. Wendy Williams wasn't about to let a little drama with total shut her up if Diddy thought sending his girl group after her was going to scare her into silence. He had another thing coming. Wendy bounced back harder than ever, turning up the heat on him and spilling even more tea as her way of clapping back. And when Wendy clapped back, she didn't hold back. A few months after the near run-in with Total, she went for the juggler. She leaked the photo of Diddy's son Justin Combs chilling with none other than Suge Knight, Diddy's biggest op. Talk about his didn't where it hurt. The picture was beyond embarrassing for Diddy, especially considering how bad the blood between him and Suge already was. Now if you think the tension between Diddy and Suge is bad now, just rewind to 30 years ago. This was peak East Coast versus West Coast beef, and these two hated each other with a passion. Wendy knew exactly what she was doing by stirring the pot to make things worse. Diddy had his own drama brewing back then with Justin and his mom Misa Hilton. He was out here denying he was Justin's father, straight up saying the kid wasn't his, and accusing Misa Hilton of trying to pin another man's baby on him. But because of his big ego, he just couldn't stand the thought of Justin being with his biggest op, because it was like a slap in the face. But here's the kicker: while Diddy was busy dodging paternity claims, whispers were already circulating about how he treated Misa behind closed doors. According to Gone Deal, it wasn't pretty. Allegedly Diddy was physically violent toward her, and it wasn't just a one-time thing. It sounded downright brutal.
Before you said, Misa was out there. She was with, from UTMG.
According to reports, the reason Misa was with Suge in the first place was that she needed money to take care of Justin, since Diddy was being a DB, only for Diddy to turn around and get offended when he saw the picture. If only he had done right by Misa and his son, then that would have never happened. After that, Diddy started attacking Wendy, coming for her hard every single time. Wendy's now ex-husband Kevin Hunter also spoke about this in an interview, revealing just how close Diddy came to ruining Wendy's life and her career.
Is it true that Diddy got her fired from the radio station? Do you have anything to do with that?
I think that he had, yes, I think that, well, let's be clear, nobody got fired.
Okay.
He got suspended.
Okay.
Did he use his influence and power with Steve Smith and him at the time, and God knows whatever his relationship was with the overall station, because Bad Boy was a powerhouse. We all know how Bad Boy dominated a large part of the 90s. And as far as New York, you know, there was a powerhouse. So, was he, you know, King Joffrey Joe? Yeah. Did he go in there and shake him up and say, yo, you know, I want this to go?
But again, Wendy was as stubborn as they come, because she continued to go after Diddy big time. In fact, she was one of the first people to see through him and realize that he wasn't exactly the good guy that he was pretending to be. If there's one thing about Wendy, is that she always kept her ear to the streets, and she could see straight through Diddy's nonsense. So when Cassie finally broke free from his grip and Diddy pulled his whole romantic stunt, Wendy wasn't buying it for a second. Remember that public plea? Diddy was out here professing that Cassie was his one true love, claiming he couldn't live without her, and throwing out all this supposedly heartfelt apology. To most people it might have looked sweet, but Wendy, she knew better. She saw it for exactly what it was: damage control. Wendy has some interesting insights about the breakup, hinting that there was a lot more happening behind the scenes in that relationship than what we knew.
You know, my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they're going to pop up on the scene. Like, he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom into South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay, pay people off at the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like, I'm already paranoid as a person. But to know that somebody could actually swoop down on me in the middle of nothing.
Diddy posted a screenshot of Michael Jackson's song "The Lady in My Life," and he wrote, "If anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times." This post had us in our feelings, because we thought that he was genuinely in love with her, and he was sad to see her go and wanted her back, while everyone else saw it as romantic. Wendy saw through the facade and called him out on it. She suggested that he had been quite controlling with Cassie, and that the situation wasn't as it appeared, and with what we know about Diddy now, well, let's just say that Wendy was right all along. Unfortunately, she wasn't here when it all went down because she was dealing with some health challenges. Her team released a statement saying in 2023, after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontal temporal dementia, her symptoms which combine impact her language and communication, behavior and cognitive functions have already presented significant hurdles in Wendy's life. But even with that, fans have been desperately wishing for her to come back because we knew that she would have the best commentary about the situation. Well, it looks like she is finally getting better because she just sat down for an interview about Diddy, and girl, is clear as day that Wendy has been living for the chaos and enjoying Diddy's downfall.
7 years ago because of Diddy. All these years later to see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that situation? Right.
Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I do about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time. People. It is about time. Diddy done. Diddy done. Do-da day.
How you doing?
She still got it.
Wendy.
The queen has spoken. There you have it.
That's right. This is just the first step.
Like she said, Diddy is done, and like I said, she is living for the drama. Well, fans had a lot to say about this, and they left comments like Wendy Williams still got it not. She said Diddy done, and it's about time. She still knows things. Wendy saying Diddy done, she still gotta get her chair, a camera, and the baby mama chart now. And okay, Wendy Williams, what did you know, and when did you know it? And why didn't you tell anyone? It's always the same story. Epstein, Weinstein, the people only speak out when everything is already public. Maybe we could have gotten our Diddy done moment years ago. I want to know how y'all feel about this, so drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.